You're not living in a simulation. You are the simulation. This isn't just another theory. It's a radical shift in how you understand yourself, your world, and your very existence. Forget Elon Musk. Forget the Matrix. This goes deeper than sci-fi or philosophy. This is you, here, now, being decoded. This video will not comfort you. It will unravel you. Watch to the end, not to agree, but to confront the disturbing possibility that everything you've ever believed was part of the simulation itself. The lie of objective reality. You wake up each morning thinking the world is out there, separate from you. But what if this is the first glitch? The more science digs into matter, the less real it becomes. Atoms? Mostly empty space. Particles? They don't even exist until observed. Your reality, the ground beneath your feet, the sky above, is constructed in real time by perception. Take this in. Your eyes don't see the world. They take in electromagnetic signals. Your ears don't hear sound. They detect pressure vibrations. Your brain doesn't know the world. It models it. So what are you experiencing right now? A rendered illusion. Tailored to your sensory hardware. Just like VR goggles shape virtual worlds. Here's the kicker, every creature lives in a different reality. A bee sees ultraviolet light. A bat navigates by sonar. An octopus senses through its skin. Reality isn't out there. It's species-specific, perception-based code. You never see truth. You see interface. Your world is your UI user interface. You're not in the world. You are the observer generating the world from raw data. So, who's coding it? Section 2. The simulation hypothesis isn't a hypothesis anymore. Let's talk simulation. Not as metaphor. As mechanism. Nick Bostrom famously said that if any civilization can run ancestral simulations, and if they choose to do so, the odds we're in the real base reality are near zero. But even that argument is too shallow. We're not talking about computers running humans. We're talking about consciousness running itself. You are not a human inside a simulation. You are the simulation pretending to be a human. Look at dreams. Every night, you create entire universes with people, sensations, logic, and yet it's you, the dreamer, generating everything. Why assume waking life is so different? If something feels real and all parts react as if it's real, does it matter whether it's made of atoms or data? More and more physicists are realizing the fabric of reality looks eerily like computer code. Theoretical physicist James Gates discovered what looks like error-correcting code buried in string theory equations. Reality behaves like a self-healing, adaptive digital environment. It's stable. It's redundant. It's intelligent. Not chaotic. Programmed. But the weirdest part? The simulation isn't outside. It's inside your mind. Everything you know is rendered internally. By a consciousness that's playing a role, and pretending it's not. Section 3. Consciousness is the game engine. Here's where it gets dangerous, because you've been conditioned to believe that consciousness arises from the brain. Wrong. Consciousness doesn't come from the brain. The brain arises within consciousness. Let that sink in. Your brain, like your body, your memories, your past, is part of the rendered environment. And consciousness? It's the thing rendering it. Imagine a game engine. Like Unreal Engine 5. What you see on screen, the trees, the sky, the characters aren't real. They're computed on the fly, depending on what the player looks at. Now imagine that same idea, but with you as both the player and the game. Consciousness is the engine. The world is the screen. You are the observer, creating the observed. Every object you see, every word you read, every thought you think, all are pixels in a grand interface that arises in the now. And just like a dream, there's no real boundary between you and the world. You are it. Section 4. The avatar called you. Let's bring it home. The personality you think is you? It's a character model. A digital avatar. It has stats, memories, beliefs, fears, goals. It has scripting, routines, habits, defense mechanisms. But it's not you. You are the awareness running it. You are not your thoughts. You are not your name. You are not your story. You are the field of consciousness, pretending to be someone inside a simulation, in order to awaken. The illusion isn't the world. The illusion is that you're separate from it. Most people will hear this and scroll on. Because truth is terrifying when your identity is built on illusion. But if you've made it this far, something in you already knows. This isn't just content. This is the crack in the matrix. In part 2, we'll go deeper. We'll expose the system's manipulation, show you how the simulation feeds on belief, and reveal the practices that let you hack it from the inside. This isn't theory. This is the beginning of the end of you. Part 2, Hacking the Illusion from Within. Welcome back. If Part 1 shook your perception of reality, Part 2 will burn down what's left of your identity. You are not a character trapped inside the simulation. You are the code that generates it. And that code runs on belief. Today, we're not theorizing. We're disrupting. The simulation feeds on your unconscious obedience to thoughts, identities, roles, fears. But the moment you see through it, the program crashes. This is not about escaping the matrix. It's about realizing that you are the one writing the code. The simulation thrives on belief. Here's the secret. The simulation isn't held together by atoms or algorithms. It's held together by belief. Belief turns empty symbols into currency. It turns strangers into enemies. It turns pixels on a screen into pain, desire, love, fear. If I told you money wasn't real, you'd laugh. But what is it? A story. A symbol. Backed by belief. When enough people believe, the story becomes real. But here's the twist. Your identity is also just a story. I'm not good enough. I'm this gender, this religion, this role. I deserve love if I earn it. These beliefs create the prison walls of your simulation. And they run in the background, like invisible code. Hack 1. Watch your beliefs like your debugging software. See them. Question them. Don't identify with them. Because once a belief collapses, the simulated world it supported collapses too. Thought is not thinking. Most people don't think. They just receive thoughts and obey them. Thoughts are programs. Scripts. Loops, triggers. Here's the mind-blowing part. Thoughts don't come from you. They appear to you. Just like notifications. Just like pop-ups in a game. But the moment you say, "This thought is mine," you become the avatar. You step into the simulation and forget you were the player. Hack 2. Meditation isn't about peace. It's about seeing thought as code. When you witness a thought and don't follow it, the code loses power. You break the spell. You stop being the character. You become the observer again. The dreamer. Emotional triggers equals access points. The simulation knows your code. It knows how to keep you locked in. It uses emotion to hook you. Especially pain. Notice how your most intense emotional reactions always come from the same patterns? Rejection. Shame. Insecurity. These are not just feelings. They are portals. They lead back to belief systems installed in childhood. Back when your character was still being programmed. Example. She doesn't text you back. You feel worthless. Why? Because the simulation is activating your old script. If I'm not chosen, I'm not lovable. Not true. But once believed. It shapes your world. Hack 3. Follow the trigger to the code. Feel the emotion without the story. Let it pass. And update the belief it was feeding on. That's not healing. That's hacking. Rewriting the simulation. Now we flip the game. You've seen the illusion. You've debugged some of the code. Now you recode it. This is where most spiritual teachings stop. But you're not here to escape the world. You're here to reshape it from within. Want to know the real cheat code? Identity is plastic. You don't have to find yourself. You can create yourself. You are the simulation. So choose your role consciously. You can become fearless. You can become love. You can become infinite. Not by pretending. By embodying it as if the old character never existed. Because it never did. Hack 4. Act from the identity you want before it feels real. The simulation doesn't care about truth. It responds to conviction. Most people will hear all this and think, interesting. Then go back to sleep. Because waking up means dying to who you thought you were. But if you feel the fire right now, it means you're ready to burn the script. Ready to stop playing the simulation. And start creating it. You are not in the dream. You are the dreamer awakening.